What's up, YouTube? This is Chandler leaving Classic Care Services. I'm heading to the house. Today it's a good day, but today I'm a little tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night, as I should. I probably only got 4.5 hours sleep, and so I'm going to go home and get some extra sleep, as I got a wonderful day tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. But just wanted to share my experience this week with a buddy of mine, Mr. Courtney Lee. Um, the subject was talking about customers, and it seems that carpet cleaners struggle with customers and customer types, who you should work for, who you shouldn't work for. It's really a big subject. I mean, it's really a big discussion to talk about, and it's also tends to be something that's mind renewing for cleaners. One reason. So, let me just tell the experience. So, Courtney had a job, and one thing he did do that he hasn't done before in the past, that he does now, he's done it before, but this is still something new for him, is that he got the customer to sign some pre-existing stain forms, which was incredible professionalism. He has grown a lot. I have grown a lot, and we have paperwork that protect us. So the carpet was. He got to the job, and the carpet was in horrible condition. Horrible condition. You know, I wouldn't have cleaned it, and now if he did it today, he wouldn't have cleaned it. But what he did do that was professional was that he got. It was a woman. He got the woman to sign the pre-existing stains form, and basically what it says is, I'm not responsible for your pre-existing stains. It's really simple. I can't guarantee they're going to come out, and this is your problem, not mine. And I will attempt to do my best, but you still owe me for my service and my efforts. So the lady she was hesitant, but she signed it. And so she signed it, and then he said, okay, I'll go ahead and do the job. So I think, I'm not sure, but exactly how many rooms it was, but he spent 3 hours on it, like 3.5 hours on the job, which is probably an hour longer than probably what he wanted to, what he normally would have spent on a job, an hour longer or hour and a half longer. It was considerable amount of time added to the job. So when he finished, he calls her. She was gone, so he had to wait till she got back. So when he calls her, just to make a long story short, she wasn't satisfied. So he was like, Chandler, can you believe this lady was not satisfied? I mean, he did a video of the job. I mean, this carpet has been cleaned and sanitized. And the first thing I said, so if she's not happy, so she was happy before? The filth that she was living in, she was happy before? Like, get out of here. I mean, we had an old discussion about it. I mean, a big discussion about it. But she was happy before, though. I mean, the lady's completely unappreciative. I mean, she wasn't appreciative that you pulled up in your $70,000 truck, and that you put some of the best equipment that you can buy on her carpet. You gave her some of your best cleaning agents that you can buy. She didn't appreciate that. She didn't appreciate that you showed up, that you was professional. She didn't appreciate that you had a resume of past customers, which is how she found you. She didn't appreciate that you're uniform, that you were trustworthy, that she can trust you in her house, that you didn't do anything to her home, steal anything, harm her kids. She didn't appreciate the fact that you gave your best effort. You worked hard in her house. You spent 3.5 hours, and she still had the nerve to say, "You're done already?" You see, this lady was not happy. If she was happy before, maybe he should have went in and just vacuumed the carpet and said, hey, I'm done. It's better than what you had before. How can you not be happy? And see, that pre-existing stain form saved him. Because when she said, I'm not happy, he said, well, that's why I had you to sign that form. Because no amount of talking and explaining and educating and the customer would have done anything on this job. She wanted to hear what she wanted to hear. And customers like that want you to lie to them. They want you to tell them that everything's going to come out. They want you to tell this wonderful story that's going to have the greatest ending in the world. That's what they want you to tell them. They want you to lie to them. They don't want you to be professional. They don't want you to explain to them and educate them about how they're living and why that carpet's in that shape and what a stain is versus a spot and what type of effort that you're going to put into it and how much more time it's going to take. They don't care anything about that. They want what they want, right? So by him having that contract between them, he was able to walk away and get paid. Because if he didn't have that pre-existing stain form, he probably would have had to fight that lady for the money. Now, the question is, this is something that we struggle back and forth. And I would say about customers and choosing your customers, there's a school of thought out there, which is, I think, is bottom of the barrel thought that, hey, you got to eat. Well, you shouldn't go into business and you got to eat. I just don't think you should. You shouldn't go into business if you can't feed yourself. You need to go into business so you can invest in yourself, not go into business just so you can feed yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand there's a level, we are feeding ourselves. But what I'm saying is you can't have I gotta feed myself mentality, because for whatever reason, there's a school of thought in our cleaning industry that it's okay to go back and forth with customers like this. It's almost expected sometimes. These customers expect you to negotiate. They expect you to basically beg to do the job. And we have cleaners who would do the job. They'll do the job. These customers exist because we exist. And what does that mean? Who did sin? Whose fault is it? Why does this customer exist? Well, it's cultural, but you can't change nobody's culture. I don't think it's because of her skin color. I don't think it's because she's a woman. I think it's cultural. So you can't change anybody's culture, right? The only person that you can change is who? Yourself. Yourself. So that situation happened and existed because Courtney created it and allowed it to happen. It was his decision to do the job. It was his decision to interact with the customers. It was his decision to pre-qualify her. So what I told him, I said, you've been changed by the situation. Before, you pre-qualify her by what she can pay. You see, the next level to that is, next time, you're not going to pre-qualify by somebody by what they can pay. It's going to be a higher level than that. You're going to pre-qualify them by if they are your customer. If you guys on the same wavelength. If you guys have the same visions, the same thought process. You set the same expectations. It's the same. If you guys see quality the same, because that's when you can have a fair contract between two people. We got to have an eye-to-eye contact. Also, that customers got to respect you. They got to respect that, hey, you invested in yourself. You invested in top quality equipment. You invested in top quality agents. You invested in your knowledge. You're invested even in your appearance. You're invested in your speech. You're investing in how you walk. You're investing in taking care of their home and how you set up. You're investing in educating them. if you're looking for that type of customer. And I know Courtney serves those type of customers 90% of the time, maybe higher than that. So I was like, man, that this has changed you, and it will change you. Your approach to each and every customer and how you pre-qualify them is going to change. It's a great experience. But guys, I want you to understand though, but that experience exists because we create it, because we allow it. We bring that into our lives. We accept it. Did it what all things work for the good of those who love God and call according to His purpose. So in that situation, it works out for him because he grows. But did the situation have to exist? No, it didn't, because all he had to do was tell her, I can't clean it. You have a wonderful day. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And so you see it, these customers exist because we exist, because we create them. We create them by what we charge. We create them by the experience that we give them. We create that by negotiating with them. We create it by how we think. By how we think. So I have a vision of the type of customer that I want to have. I call that my ideal customer. Right? So anything outside of that, if I deal with it, if it comes in my life, I'll make some money doing it. It's not anything I care about coming back again. The only thing I care about repeating and coming back are ideal customers. My ideal customers have more than what I have. If I work for a customer and I can buy their house, and I can buy everything they got in their home, it's probably not my customer. If a customer calls me and I ask them, do you own a vacuum cleaner? And they say, no, I sweep the carpet. You're probably not my customer. If they open up their garage and I can buy all the cars that they have, it's probably not my customer. As a small owner operator, is what I'm saying. I choose to be a small specialist. So therefore, the customers that are looking for specialists are my ideal customer. Anything outside of that, I have to turn it down because I have to make room for my ideal customer. So we put these videos out. We have the closed Facebook group because we want to share with guys the processes that we have gone through, that we go through, and the experiences that we deal with and circumstances and our understanding, and share it with you so that it's possible for you not to have to go through this. It's possible to start with understanding who your ideal customer is. It's possible to start with a good marketing budget. It's possible to start with a good working knowledge of how to run a business. It's possible to start running and not crawling with the right knowledge and the right people around you. Yes, it takes some experience to grow, and you're growing. But if you listen to your elders, you listen to those who've got wisdom and those that are true leaders, you can do it. You can take their experiences and make your experiences even better. So guys, understand, when we complain about customers, when we complain about circumstances and situations in this business, when we complain about our prices and our concern, it's all got to do with us. I understand that. I take responsibility for that. I take my responsibility for the type of customers that I attract. It goes even beyond just marketing. Because if you market to a mass amount of people and you're trying to fill in a lot of jobs, it's a dragnet. You're gonna drag in all kind of folks. But all those people are not your customers. So if you choose to work for someone, if you choose that customer that's gonna complain, they're not gonna be happy from the beginning to the end because they gotta pay you. They're not gonna refer you. And if they do pay you, they want everything to be perfect. They don't appreciate your professionalism. They don't appreciate your education. They don't appreciate your equipment. They don't appreciate your setup. They don't appreciate your knowledge and your wisdom. See, it goes beyond education, and that's part of that experience. And with the education and with that knowledge, it becomes wisdom. They don't appreciate your wisdom. Because when Courtney was explaining to that lady, that was his wisdom, that was his understanding that he was giving her, and she was just basically pissing on it. She didn't care nothing about that because she wanted what she wanted. And the best solution in that situation was, well, ma'am, this is what you want. This is what I provide, and there's a gap. There's a void there. We can't. There's no connection. I can't provide what you're asking for because what you're asking for is outside of what is possible. And maybe you can find somebody else who can help you with that. So you see, as you get more experience, as you grow, and as you become more professional, the less you want to be a hero, the more you want to educate the customer. The more you understand that I am here to clean, and anything else is a correction. That's extra money, but it's no guarantee. So, guys, thanks for watching. I just got to the house. It's getting dark, and again, I really appreciate you guys watching, and you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks.